Before we get into this episode of The Hassle of Hair, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First up, we have Castro's Pool Service and Repair. If you guys need your guys' pool serviced, maintenance, clean, fixed, Castro's Pool Service and Repair is the place to go. Their phone number is 209-675-5418. That's 209-675-5418. Check them out today, guys. Support those that support us. We have a new sponsor, guys. Our new sponsor, before we get into the episode, our new sponsor is Fun Zone Head Shop, the best head shop in town, guys. They're located at 525 I Street. That's 525 I Street. Follow them on Instagram, Fun Zone Head Shop. Fun Zone Head Shop. And I'll have all the links for you guys below.
It's birthday!
I'm Jesse.
I'm Raquel.
This is The Hassle of Hair, a podcast.
Going after your dreams.
A podcast about going after your dreams.
Okay.
But no, it's a podcast about going after your dreams and finding your passion in life.
Yes.
And we're The Hassle of Hair.
For the Hassle of Hair?
We are The Hassle of Hair. Thanks for listening, guys. Love you. And we are back to The Hassle of Hair. Welcome back, guys. How you doing, babe?
Good.
So how was your weekend? Even though what happened?
We look like bums.
We look like bums today.
Yeah, we look like bums today, guys.
A little tired.
Yeah.
A little tired. That's something like I've asked two people already. Hey, can you help me out with like dressing me?
What are you, a toddler?
Not dressing me, but like helping me with just coordinating like clothes and stuff.
Okay. And
they said yeah, one's a woman, one's a guy, and I just I don't know, like maybe I just like I used to love shopping.
mm-hmm.
Right? I've said it before. I used to love shopping and going to get outfits. Dude, that sounds outfits. I don't know, getting to go get stuff, right? Going to go get stuff.
You still do love shopping. Your problem is you wear it, you throw it aside, and you don't wash it and wear it again.
Yeah, but like even all the stuff that I have, it's all gym stuff.
Well, that's where you work, the gym. Now, if you did something else, your attire would be totally different. When we worked for FedEx, your work attire was just FedEx attire.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you had an office job, it'd probably be slacks and polos or whatever.
Yeah. But like I want good button-ups. I mean, winter's coming. I want like good button-ups, good jeans. There's nothing like.
I think you also have a problem, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. Your weight like fluctuates, like
Yeah.
So you have nice things, you just might not fit into them. Sorry.
How is that? Like,
I'm not trying to say it mean though. I'm trying.
you're
to
not saying it to me, but like don't hold back.
I'm
Like
not.
Is like you gained weight. So
Fat
you
ass.
Yeah. What's wrong with saying that?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to body shame you right now.
No, body shaming the hell out of me. That's your problem. It's worse when you just like go around and beat around the bush.
No,
like,
I'm saying, but in like your weight normally like fluctuates. Like one year you'd be like super skinny, and this year you're like super thick, ready for winter. So,
but like I have no problem
no.
like with my weight, like being body shamed. Like I need to get my I've been running. I've been doing jujitsu.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
And like part of the reason why it's like motivating me to do it
because you got a meal at the end of it.
No,
if you
hold on, do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, go.
I said the body shaming is helping me go out and work out and stuff. Like it's 100% helping.
I thought the whole reason why you started working out is because you and Coach Jose made a bet about jiu-jitsu and the weight, and if whoever wins, the other person buys a steak dinner.
Yeah, that's like part of it.
So it has to do with food.
Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, how was your weekend?
To be honest, I feel like our weekend was super long.
What'd you do?
So starting Friday, I did a photo booth for the homecoming here in town for one of the high schools. A friend of ours reached out. She was sponsoring, right? Sponsoring? Is it sponsoring?
No, she was sponsoring the homecoming.
She was sponsoring the homecoming. So she asked if I could go out there and do it. It was supposed to be 2 hours, and then she said if it was a little bit busier, then 1 more hour. So we were out there for like, it was longer than 3 hours. Obviously, the setup and the takedown took like altogether was probably about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours altogether. It was fun. It was really good. A lot of kids though. I felt I think at one point I told you I feel like anxiety, overwhelmed or something. Remember I told you I'm like, I feel so overwhelmed right now.
Yeah.
I think because of like all the kids. I'm not used to being around so many people. Like there obviously it was homecoming, so there was a lot of teenagers, there's parents, but it felt super overwhelming.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a good experience. It was fun. It was really fun. I had a good time. So Friday, and then Saturday, I don't know why I've been calling it Psycho Circus, but that's not what it was.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we went to that thing.
It was called Paranormal. What was it?
Paranormal circus or something like that.
Yeah, like Circus Soleil or something like that. And I'm thinking, so people that are listening probably went to go see it. I don't know here in town. I'm thinking it's going to be like scary stuff. Like you first walk in, it was like, oh, cool. It was like a good experience. Like it seemed scary. They had the fog machines going. The lights were dark. Like it seemed like a good experience. And then we get our snacks and then we sit down and you're like, oh man, this is going to be a really good show. And already like 5-10 minutes in, I was like, oh my God, we wasted our money on this. Like, I feel bad saying that, like, I don't know. I'm a little judgmental, but.
It's called Paranormal Cirque.
Cirque?
Yeah,
my expectations of what it was going to be was nothing compared to what it was.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Like, at all.
And then, like, it's funny because, like, I was going into thinking they're gonna have some crazy shit. Like, in my head, I was like, okay, they're gonna do some dangerous stuff. And so
you mean like a girl pull a sword out of her mouth?
Yeah,
kind of
stuff like
okay,
that. You know what I mean? Like, or hook their back with hooks and like hang. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When the girls like hang, like
try to get out of water in chains. Stuff like that.
And so that's where my expectations.
Yeah.
That was my expectations.
Because them selling it was like, oh man, that's gonna be crazy stuff.
Yeah, and
the selling point was really good.
And it was like a buddy of mine said, like it was cool because they're trying to do something new in Los Baños. Like,
yeah.
I mean, there's protests from churches.
Yeah, there's people out there protesting
because it was like devilish, I guess.
It had a pentagram upside down.
I told my buddy he should walk out. We should walk out like we're trying to be, we're almost possessed or something like that. I don't know, but like, so I went into it thinking like there's gonna be some dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
And then like, so okay, this has made it even worse. So one of the acts, they come out and he's like chopping up a person. Right, he's chopping him with a knife, and he's chopping and like you see the body parts he's chopping, and it's his entrance, right? So he comes in, and I'm like thinking, oh, here we come, like he's gonna juggle
some swords or
some crazy shit, and so I'm on edge. I'm like, oh, what's happening? And then he starts juggling, and it's just.
You know those discs that like frisbees, basically.
Yeah,
they're circles with the
frisbees.
circles like cut out, so it's like 3-inch around with the middle missing.
And he's throwing them up in the air, and then he's catching them. And I told Raquel, I was like, he's not even juggling; he's just catching shit. Like it's. And then he had the bowling pins. He was juggling the bowling pins. I mean, it's cool.
They weren't. They weren't heavy because he dropped them at one point, and you're thinking you're gonna. I'm thinking they're like wood. Or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think they weren't. Metal. Yeah, I really thought that they were metal or something. I thought they were gonna be heavy, and I think they were just stuffed with like cotton or I don't know, something, because he dropped it and you're thinking you're gonna hear a noise and ew, no, I can't look at that.
Okay, and
No.
you thought what?
And I thought, oh my gosh, like it was something heavy that he was juggling, and it wasn't heavy at all.
Yeah.
Like
this is the
Nope.
stuff I thought that they were gonna, like, look at it.
no, I can't.
Like I thought they were gonna be hanging, like, from their body like this.
Did you think it was like Chris Angel stuff?
Chris
Like
Angel's
Mind
magic.
Freak?
Yeah, mind freak stuff. Like, I don't know, and like,
Can you change that? You're
Yeah.
making me nauseous.
it's just body suspension.
Yeah.
Well, like, so what we're looking at is them.
I'm not looking at it.
They put hooks. They put hooks through their back skin,
Mm-hmm.
right, and then they tie ropes. They hang from ropes from the hooks, so
That just
they're
feels like
hanging
it
from their
hurts.
body. Like one of the girls in that circus thing, she was hanging from her hair,
Yeah.
but then that was cool. But then the coolest thing was probably the guy that walked the tightrope
Mm-hmm.
when he entered in. When he entered in, he
when
walked.
you walked up
yeah.
to it? Okay.
He walked up to the tightrope, but he walked on the rope that was holding the tightrope, and he's
Mhm.
walking up it, and without any safety stuff,
Yeah.
and then like
Can you
even
change
this-
that, please?
yeah, even this, like, the tightrope was cool, but then they had a big old soft, like, cushion on the bottom.
Well,
Like-
haven't you ever watched Batman when Robin's parents and brother fall from the top? Like, come on.
Yeah, but like, there's no danger. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is okay. So we paid. How much did we pay?
I think it was like
60
either
a ticket.
No. It
Oh.
was like 40 or 45.
So it was like $90 to
Yeah.
go see. Like, I could have went to go see the Giants, the A's. That's a concert.
We could have got
ticket.
drunk at the bar.
We got drunk at the bar. Like, I was, like, I don't know. A lot of people liked it, but
I think the best experience out of it was us going with friends. Like, they're really good people.
yeah.
That was probably like the best, was just hanging out with them.
And like, I don't know. It was cool.
Our expectations were not there. I mean,
we
the
see
expectations there were not there.
I mean, she sees it. Like, she watches fighting. Like, that shit's intense. So everybody's like, oh my goodness, when someone's juggling like frisbees, from going to watching people bash each other in the face to somebody juggling frisbees, it's not gonna catch our eye.
yeah.
We're just numb to that. Like, I don't know. But yeah.
So if you've seen it, then you know what we're talking about. But
And then, like, I did security right after that.
yeah,
too.
we'd even get to stay. I mean, I think it was already ending by the time we got up and
No, it
left.
ended.
Yeah, but we left. We headed to San Jose. He did security.
And that's crazy because, like, the bar, it was empty on a Saturday.
Really?
Nothing happened.
Well, you normally do it on a Friday though. You don't really do it on a Saturday.
But no, I do Saturday. Saturday's the most packed.
Oh.
Well, no, like, a homeless guy came to the door
Uh-huh.
and was just, like, causing a scene. And he just started taking off all his clothes and started taking off all his gear. Like, he had a bunch of stuff.
Really?
He had a little
You think he was on drugs?
kid's backpack. Oh, 100%. He had a hair just right here,
Just in one spot?
just in one spot.
Was it
and everything
short
else
or
bald.
was?
It was a little long,
Oh.
and he started, like, taking off all his clothes and started taking off his backpack.
Why
Like, he
does
had
everybody when they fight want to take off their clothes? Like,
no, like,
we
it
have a
wasn't. It
friend
wasn't
that's-
like fighting. He
I
was
know,
just taking off all his stuff.
but we have a
because he
friend
was
that every
crazy.
time he like wants to fight, like he takes off his shirt. Like that's his first thing.
Yeah. And but he pulled out scissors.
Scissors?
Yeah, and then that's when, like,
That's why he doesn't have any hair. Sorry, not funny.
yeah, and then so that was, like, probably the craziest thing that happened, and then, like, the guy that runs the security, he told me to just, like, he was auditing the receipts,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, just watch the receipts. So I didn't even, like, I just sat by the receipts while everybody else was, like,
What were you? I don't understand. What were you doing?
I gotta protect the receipts.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And it's funny because like one of the guys was telling me, man, you're like the good luck charm because nothing happens when you're here. I was like, I just keep shit secure. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say something, but it probably would have been super inappropriate.
What were you gonna say?
Fighting off the what?
How's that inappropriate?
What the fuck?
My first day, I literally had to fight off the big girls.
Cause I'm not trying to body shame.
Why? What is it with you trying to body shame? Can you stop? Not like she talks the most shit. I'm not trying to body shame, guys. I'm trying to. But like what? Who are you trying to like? What are you trying to? Do you have like a agenda or like you have a what is it called?
I don't know.
You have a brand to hold or what? We're a small time podcast, like. But yeah, so I did security. That was the only thing crazy that happened.
Yeah.
And then, what did you do that night? You just stayed at your sister's house.
Yeah, I stayed, got to McDonald's, hung out with my sister, my nephews, fell asleep for almost an hour and a half because I drove back. You fell asleep. You were snoring the whole way though.
And then like the next morning, so I got home at what time?
We got home at like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
Sunday morning.
I woke up at 6:30. Me and Jose, the wrestling coach at Strike, we took off to Coffee Crew at a gym called Fightcraft in San Jose. Man, there was a bunch of people. It was so dope. Like it was so cool to like roll with all those people. Like I don't know. It was pretty wild. Like just see everybody again it's people I've known for a long time now, and got some good rolls in. Coach Jose is getting good. And then I rolled with Kiko, and he made me shit my pants. I almost shit my pants. So I drank. Coach Jose gave me a Rockstar, and I didn't eat anything, and I was half asleep. So like those things combined, like I think it just upset my stomach, and I was like, first of all, not making excuses. Kiko choked the shit out of me right before this. So like he had my back. He kept on trapping this arm. He trapped my arm, basically had my arm behind my back, and he choked the shit out of me. And so I tapped. And then so that's when my stomach started hurting. And then like we were rolling.
He was literally squeezing the shit out of you.
Yeah. And then like we were rolling and he wasn't even putting pressure. He was just on top, and I was moving, and I just felt my stomach go, and like it just kept on getting worse and worse, and finally I had to stop. It was literally like 40 seconds left in the round, and I tapped him and was like, hey dude, I need to go take a shit. And I ran, and I've never been to Fightcraft before, but I blew up their bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah.
Dude, you're embarrassing. Did you plug it? Because you always clog ours here.
Nah.
Yeah, don't worry. I came with my own plunger.
And then I rolled after too.
Oh, God, you're disgusting.
How is that disgusting?
No wonder why your clothes smelled like shit.
My clothes smell like shit.
No, but there is... Okay, so there is something that I seen on the news, and it happened in Whittier, California. And it just freaks me out because, like, we're parents and, you know, we have a child and probably like any other parent.
I'm trying to see where this segue is going.
So, okay, so I'm telling you.
About someone shitting their pants.
No, it's not a shitting in the pants, but it reminded me of the bathroom. So this mom and daughter were at the store, and the daughter went to the restroom, and then it's one where it's like only a one stall kind of thing. And this guy followed her in like right behind her and locked the door. And threw her on the ground and basically like tried to assault her and stuff like that. And she's screaming from the bathroom, and like they had to break down the door. Like 3 guys or so. Yep, that's it. He was out on parole for something else.
Says man charged in attempted sexual assault at South Whittier store restroom.
Yeah.
It says authorities filed charges Tuesday, September 20th against a parolee for allegedly trying to sexually assault a 16-year-old in Fontana.
16-year-old
Oh,
Fontana
no,
girl.
16-year-old Fontana girl in a restroom of a South Whittier supermarket over the weekend.
Yeah.
Fuck. Employee customers. How? I'm talking about jujitsu.
Because you said bathroom, and then that reminded me like of her.
Okay,
walking.
I get it. Employees and customers at the State Bros came to the teen's rescue and detained the man until deputies arrived. Sheriff Sergeant Joe Ramos said, Steve Magdalenio, I don't know how to say his name, 38, will be arraigned Wednesday at a 38 years old at a Bellflower Superior Court on felony counts of assault to commit rape. He needs to be in prison for a while.
He was out on parole. He shouldn't have gotten out. I don't know. He was in there for before though, but
false imprisonment by violence and attempted escape. Yeah, so like he basically kidnapped her, right? Or it says false imprisonment.
Yeah, so he locked her in the bathroom with him,
from custody,
and she couldn't get
according
out.
to state. I'm gonna look at what. Because why isn't it? That would be. I guess because he didn't take her out of the place. So, escape from custody, according to a statement from the Los Angeles County District Attorney Office. He was also charged with a misdemeanor count of giving false information to an officer.
Oh, he probably gave false information when they first arrested him.
He is a parolee with a warrant for violating parole. Gave deputies his cousin's name, Ramos. Oh, that's why. The attempted assault happened Sunday at the State Bros. Teen was only in the restroom. The teen was the only one in the restroom when the suspect followed her, locked the door, and tried to sexually assault her. The teen screamed for help. Several employees and customers came to her aid. The sheriff's Norwalk station received a call around 2 p.m. This guy had been on drugs, right?
I don't know.
In the middle of the day.
Babe, I don't think anybody that does that in the middle of the day is on drugs. I just think it's the middle of the day and they're just...
Says, it is appalling that someone tried to sexually assault a 16-year-old girl in the middle of the day in a grocery store restroom. District Attorney George Gasson said in a statement, brazen crimes like these are shocking to the entire community because the girl and her family should have felt safe in that space. I never feel safe anywhere.
Yeah.
He said that he is thankful to the customers and store employees who showed bravery and courage in intervening on a victim's behalf.
They showed video of him like getting walked out.
He's homeless.
Well, they showed like someone took like a photo of like the 2 guys or the 3 guys or whoever like knocked down the door or broke it open or whatever to get inside, and he's laying on the floor and one's kneeling on his side and the other one's like standing there too, like oh, that's crazy.
But like that's why I always tell you, like when Eva's like when we go to a store and she's like and tries to go to the other aisle, I'm literally like following
it's
her.
Either you or me. Yeah. I'm shopping and you're the one following her.
I follow her to the restroom. It looks like I'm like stalking her.
Yeah.
Like I'm following her. Sometimes I just stay way back and just watch. Like, because
that sounds super bad. That sounded super bad.
Because you'll tell me at the last minute she was going somewhere, so I just like try to get.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. She's small.
Yeah.
Right. Like she's. Drop your weight. They try to pick her up. Drop your weight. Drop your weight.
Nah, they're just gonna pick her up.
Drop the center of your weight. You know. Have you ever been like? Has anybody tried to kidnap you? I know it's a weird question, but.
No. I haven't. I feel like sometimes I'm like, someone seems suspicious, like people, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Cause you always see people post things about like, oh man, this is suspicious, or like, you never know if really what people post is real or not. Like, oh, if you see something on the windshield of your car, don't get out and look at it. Look at it later, or like if you see something on your car door, don't pay attention to it, just harping it in, or just stuff like that. You never know if that's even really things or do you have to worry about.
Yeah. Well, it's people are crazy.
Yeah, people are
crazy because even I have one of the fighters at the gym. She's helping me with social media and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to go get her a drink, and we went to 7-Eleven, and it was right before we came here.
Yeah.
And we went to 7-Eleven, and there's a homeless guy in the front. And she was gonna stay in the car, and I was like, you ain't staying in the car. I know you could probably kick his ass, but
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, come on, let's go. And it's just stuff like that. Like, I don't.
I feel like when you're by yourself, you don't really pay attention too much. But when you have somebody else that.
I always do. You know, even when I'm with you, like, I don't know. I just feel like, especially when it's a kid or like someone that's younger than me, like, it's just, you know.
I always think like I would know what to do in a situation like that, but I don't think I would. I think obviously my mind would go blank.
So, like, I was wondering because it said false imprisonment. He was
Yeah.
charged with false imprisonment.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be kidnapping. To me, it was like, why is that different from kidnapping? So it says.
Because he didn't technically like commit. Technically, he didn't. He locked himself in there with her. He didn't to get a chance to commit the crime. He was like in the beginning stages of it.
He to me, he kidnapped her. It says false imprisonment occurs when you unlawfully deprive another person of his or her personal liberty. In that respect, it is similar to California Penal Code 207 kidnapping. But kidnapping requires that you move the person. Where someone is merely held or restrained against the person's will, the crime is a false imprisonment.
So he didn't technically take her out of
the
out of the store to take her somewhere else. It was just there.
Yeah. So it says examples of kidnapping: you intentionally unlawful. Types of, never mind. Yeah. That's. I don't know. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But that all led from me saying
you had to shit your pants.
that Kiko made me shit my pants.
That Kiko made you shit your pants. Yeah.
It was crazy because like, we were, me and this guy named, he's a black belt in judo, and he's also a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. And he's a bigger guy. I don't realize how, like, this guy's like a gorilla. This guy's big. And he swept me, and my foot got caught underneath my ankle. Underneath him. Yeah. And so I'm going backwards, but my ankle's under him. And I was like, oh, man, my ankle's going to snap. Did
you tap? Right away?
Right when it was happening, I was tapping. It didn't even hurt. I just knew. You know what I mean?
If you fell wrong on it, then it was going to break?
But, like, I was tapping him. I was like, no. But, like, he let off quick. He's like, no, I wasn't going to. He's like, I've done that before, and I know that could happen. But it was like, my ankle was like, I was like, if he dropped all his weight, it would have been done.
Done? Because
it was my ankle versus his whole entire body. I was like, oh, God. It was pretty wild.
It was pretty wild. That's hilarious.
But we also, like, me and Coach Jose, we drove back. We were driving back home, and so there's the World Wrestling Championships were on. I don't know.
Where were those placed at? Or where do they take place?
I don't know. But Jordan Burroughs is like the best wrestler out there right now, right?
He's on the Olympic team?
Yeah, so he has Olympic gold. And when is this article? So he was he claimed his 6th world title. The world championships happen every year. The Olympics for wrestling happen every 4 years. And so Jordan, it says the 2012 Olympic wrestling champion Jordan Burroughs won his 6th world title on Friday at the World Wrestling Championships in Belgrade. I don't know where that is. The American has previously taken the crown in 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017, and 2021. When combined with his Olympic title, Burroughs is the wrestler with the most golds in U.S. history.
Oh, dang.
He owns 3 additional world bronze medals, 2014, 18, 19. Tokyo 2020 championship, David Taylor, also of the United States, won his 2nd world title, taking gold. Yeah. So, like, he's considered the best ever, like, U.S. wrestler right now.
If I were that, I would look like a loaf of bread.
But it's...
I want to see you wear one.
She's talking about wearing a singlet, a wrestling singlet.
I need to see you in one of those.
You ever watch the heavyweights wear them? So There's this heavyweight wrestler from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Adam Kuhn,
Okay.
and he was exactly what you're talking about, just a big guy in a
Let me
singlet.
see.
That's not that bad.
No.
He's just big.
He's not big. He's just like tall. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't look bad at all. Like,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah. You said you look like a loaf of bread?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I need to see you in one, though.
No, but what did you do?
When?
Other than that, what'd you do?
So after Friday, after we had the photo booth, Saturday, I felt like I partied all night. Like, I felt like I drank. Like, my body was hurting. I felt hungover, and I didn't even drink or party. So I literally just did nothing since Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, I did nothing until we went to the paranormal circus or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Then Sunday, when I woke up, I think I didn't wake up until like 10 or 11 o'clock. I still did nothing but relax. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. And that day, I still even felt like I partied, and I didn't.
Yeah. It's just from doing so much.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, what happened? Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Oh, okay. Is that me or you?
That's you.
Oh, okay. Dang, I've been talking a lot.
Check. Okay, we're back.
So somehow we got cut off.
Somehow we got cut off.
Not really sure where it left off on, but if it's about our weekend, I did nothing. I felt like I partied all weekend, drank, felt hungover, did not party or drink. I was basically a bum all weekend.
Yeah.
Until we did stuff.
Yeah. It was.
Oh, then
What?
you podcast on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then you got a fucking flat.
Yeah.
Then I went to go pick you up. Okay, now that I think about it, yeah, I actually did. You went to podcast on Sunday with your friend of the family's.
Yeah, Frankie.
Frankie.
It's the episode before this. Check it out. That was cool. Like, I haven't seen Frankie in years. And
I think the last time you seen him was at your brother's wedding.
Yeah.
Second wedding.
And it's just wild. Like, because getting older and talking to people that you grew up with, and Frankie was older than me. He's seen a lot of my family drama. He's seen a lot of everything that happened when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it was cool to hear from him, his perspective. And then even after the podcast, we talked. And it's weird getting older. It's weird. Like, you still, I don't know if everybody gets the chance to, like, really dive into what happened in their childhood.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like because of this podcast, like, I get to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I get answers. I get, like, growing up, a lot of my family didn't talk. Like, if I'm being truthfully honest, like, my dad would, like, I gotta stop saying like. When I start getting nervous,
Don't get too into it. We're just telling you about what happened Sunday.
No, I'll get into it. Like, I said like again. No, my dad fucked up a lot of relationships growing up.
Mm-hmm.
He was always arguing with everybody. He argued with my uncle, argued with his own brothers and sisters. Like, every event we went to, it seemed like he was arguing with everybody.
Yeah.
And my dad didn't get along with anybody. So we lived in a house where I didn't talk to my cousins or my uncles, or we weren't allowed to talk to them. My dad would tell us. He made me feel as though they were bad people.
Yeah.
And I felt like that throughout my youth. because you don't know better, right? And then you get older and I start seeing how my dad was.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck, he fucked up a lot of relationships. And I don't know. And now it's like I never had a relationship with my uncle. And my uncle was a really cool guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, that wasn't my fault, you know? But as I get older, it's like now I can. But it was just cool. Like you get like because of this podcast, I get to explore all the stuff that's happened, you know? And
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool. And even Frankie was all, dude, you gotta be more vulnerable and honest. Like you.
Does he listen?
Yeah. Well, he listened to a few, and he even brought up on the podcast. He's all, I listened to EJ's, and I thought that was cool. For some reason, EJ's was a really good one.
For some reason.
Yeah, we're working on starting a podcast for EJ. It's gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool project that I'm doing, and I don't know. I'm excited for EJ, but it just, yeah. So I did that podcast. I got a flat afterwards.
I
That
think
sucked.
someone deliberately put that nail there. It wasn't even a nail. It was a staple.
Yeah.
Like, how do you run over a staple?
I don't think anybody deliberately.
I think someone did.
Who?
I don't know. Maybe you took
I don't
someone's
think there's-
parking.
I don't think there's anybody that hates me that much.
It's not that I think anybody hates you. I think that someone was just like, oh, fuck this car.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's what we did over the weekend, and I don't know if you guys need a photo booth. Hit up Raquel on Raquel Diaz Designs.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple of stuff that I think that you didn't see that happen. But
What?
did you hear about the
What is it? There was an earthquake in Mexico?
Mexico's earthquake?
I heard it. It happened like on that same day 3 times already.
Yeah. It says, as the parents of a children, this is an article from AP News. The headlines: Mexico's earthquake coincidence drives anxiety for many. It says, as the parents of children killed when a school collapsed during Mexico's 2017 earthquake celebrated a mass in their memory, the ground began to shake.
And then there was one in 1985 too.
It says,
The
no,
same day.
not again. My God, not again. They shouted when a magnitude 7.6 earthquake. The largest earthquake I've been in was a 5.1. And that was crazy. 7.6 earthquake rattled the capital Monday, killing 2 people in Pacific Coast state of Colombia. 3 powerful earthquakes have struck Mexico on September 19th in 1985, 2017, and now 2022.
All on the same day.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So it was earthquakes, big earthquakes on 3
1985.
years on the same days.
3 times on the same day. It's 1985, 2017, and 2022.
The unlucky coincidence has driven anxiety high for many. The last 2 earthquakes also came very shortly after the annual earthquake drill conducted every September 19th to commemorate the devastating 1985 Temblor. Mexico's National Civil Defense Coordinator Laura Vasquez said Tuesday that the 2 deaths in Colombia were due to a part of buildings collapsing. 10 people were injured, 9 in Colombia and 1 in neighboring Michoacan. More than 200 buildings were damaged, including dozens of schools and health centers, she said. Most of the damage was in the Pacific states close to the Michoacan epicenter. Some 20 Mexico City buildings were damaged, but it was minor, she
1985 the earthquake was 8.0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That one, the 85 one, 9,500 people died.
Yeah, back then their buildings probably were not as best as they are now.
Think so?
Yeah,
You think that's why only 2 people died for this one?
maybe because they've been practicing the earthquake drill and they're like, okay, we need to restructure our building.
But the same day? Like, what are the odds that happens?
Well, 3 times already.
I don't know anything about earthquakes. But
Well, you know a lot about gambling, so what are the odds?
But, like, how big was the 89 earthquake?
Here?
Huh?
The one in California on
Yeah, the one in California.
6.0, I think 6 something, maybe a little bit more.
It says.
What was it?
Is it Loma Prieta? That's not Oakland. So how big was the 1989 Bay Area earthquake? And the epicenter of the forest of says 6.9.
Oh, cool! I was right.
6.9.
I was in the 6s.
My uncle was there. My uncle was at the World Series when that happened. They were on their way to the World Series, and back then there wasn't. Man, it would be dope to have my uncle on the podcast for him to talk about that. He was like on the way to the game, I think. But like that was a big.
This happened in October.
Yeah. Oh,
That one happened in October.
Yeah, during the World Series. So you don't know about the '89 World Series?
Nope.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was 3 years old, dude.
When the Giants...
I was 3.
It doesn't matter.
You weren't even born yet.
I know, but the Giants and A's were playing in the World Series, and there's an '89 earthquake.
I was 3. You were not even born yet.
So they were playing. They had to... So we're watching the earth... Oh, no, just a commercial. That's a commercial.
Why don't you just hit the sound button for now?
So like it happened on air.
Wow, that's
So
how your
watch.
camera quality looks right now.
What, the old school?
On your phone.
Oh, whatever. That's not
Oh man, they did better like artwork than you
So-
do on your ads.
So the game didn't even start yet.
Did they even
Right.
start? Did they even play though?
No, not that day. So like this is the beginning, and then
Are they gonna
And
show it?
yeah, and it just
Imagine being there and the earthquake happens. Like it looked like it started.
the game.
Yeah, they're playing. Imagine like sitting there and all you feel like.
Oh, it's right here. Look at.
Let me see.
So they did start the game. Do you hear it?
Oh shit!
Yeah. So like the game's going on,
World
and
Series.
then you hear the announcer say, "Oh my gosh, we're having an earthquake," and it goes to a screen that says World Series. That's wild.
How long did it last for? Imagine the chaos going on over there.
Well, remember, there's no phones. Do you know what I mean? There's no phones, anything. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. We just got on a rabbit hole of earthquakes. But yeah, that happened during the World Series. The Giants versus the A's. All right?
Who ended up winning?
The A's.
Mm.
But that happened. That's pretty wild. I just thought it was crazy that the coincidence of the 3 earthquakes happening at one time. And then I think you'll like this.
Let me see.
Have you heard about the Sleepy Chicken Challenge?
No.
So people are cooking chicken and NyQuil. So people are cooking chicken and NyQuil and eating it, and then some people have died
What the fuck?
and have been sent to the hospital. So the FDA like put out a warning that it's because of
Is it because it's the medicine and you're boiling it or
Yeah.
cooking it? Like it's
it's reacting different. It's reacting. The potency is going up. I guess potency. I don't know, but it's the strength of the medicine is going up because you're boiling it.
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
why, but that's what the
Well,
FDA.
it's a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
No, I haven't just seen that, to be honest. Oh, like what people in their fucking minds like come up with this? This is like the Tide Pod challenge all over again.
But it's like there's a lot of people in this world. There's a lot of smart people and there's a lot of dumb people.
Do you think a lot of people do this for clout? Because
think
like if
they're
you
bored.
record it and then like you put it on there, and then people are gonna want to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it gets views. But like, do you really want to risk your life doing that? Like, known as, like,
But
say
think
you
about
die
being-
and you're the person that died from NyQuil chicken.
But thinking about being a teenager when like phones weren't a big deal back then,
Yeah.
and like video wasn't a big deal
We had
back then.
Jackass.
And but
we let other people do the experiments.
But think about like the people in front of you. It was just a few. It was just your friends. It was like 4 people, and they were like, "Go do this," and the peer pressure of doing something really, really stupid, right? And it's just like 3 guys or 3 girls, whoever you hang out with, and you just want them to think you're cool. Now imagine this teenager that has his phone, and there's a shitload of people, and his buddies are, "Hey, do this, like do it for the gram," and
Do it for the
all
vine.
these people are gonna watch him do it. Like the peer pressure is to a whole different level,
Yeah.
right? Because I've done some stupid shit for peer pressure.
You still do dumb shit. If somebody asked you, no, it's not even peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Yeah. It says a truism of the internet central to the work of researchers who study the spread of dangerous trends and misinformation holds that attempting to discourage bad behavior can, if clumsily handled, reinforce the bad behavior by amplifying it to people who would have otherwise never considered it.
I feel like
So it's saying because of the traction that it's because of some of the stuff that goes viral and the challenges, because of the like the warnings by the FDA, people do it more because of it gives it traction. You know what I mean?
I feel like they should have a team or something on TikTok that catch that and already take down the videos instead of it getting as big as they let it get and then deciding to do something about it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there should be already people that are already taking down those kind of videos. Like, because you can't even show this is the thing. You can't even, there's people that can't say, like, oh, they died or death or stuff on TikTok. Because you do, your video already gets taken down. So I feel like if they are able to do that, then they should be able to already take down these videos of challenges so people don't see them. You know what I mean, though? Because
they do go around and but they can't get all of it. Like I've gotten stuff taken down from 2017.
What'd you do?
Just copyrighted stuff.
Oh.
And like just recently, one of my videos got shut down because of copyrighted stuff. Not copyrighted. It was just something. And I don't know. It's a lot. But it's saying that it says to reinforce the bad behavior by amplifying it to the people who would have otherwise never considered it, which leads us to the NyQuil chicken.
That sounds so dumb.
In recent weeks, some people on TikTok, Twitter, and other sites discovered years old videos and images of people pouring blue-green NyQuil and a nighttime cold medicine over chicken breast in a pan or pot. It was, to be clear, a dangerous idea that no one should do. It could lead to consuming unsafe levels of the product, and over-the-counter medicine should be used be used only as directed. But it was not clear if people were actually trying it themselves in significant numbers.
Oh.
Most people commenting were expressing horror at the concept of making jokes about it. There have been no reports of hospitalizations related to NyQuil chicken or tongue-in-cheek recipes that first surfaced in notorious 4chan forum 2017.
Tongue-in-cheek?
Tongue-in-cheek recipe.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It says, still the new flurry of interest in the recent weeks caught the attention of Food and Drug Administration, which issued a straight-faced notice on September 15, advising against participating in what's called a recent social media video challenge.
God,
So this was done before. It was done before, right? So it's starting to get major traction.
Is it because TikTok kind of blew up? Oops, sorry. Is it because TikTok kind of blew up over like recently?
No, it's just stuff just gets brought up again and.
Oh God, the first thing I type in and look.
NyQuil chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So you want to do this NyQuil chicken thing?
No.
And like we just pour NyQuil. I mean, we'll eat a little bit of it.
No. I'm not. Just looking at that makes me want to get sick. Because I feel like chicken shouldn't be that color.
Yeah, it is. It's not even appetizing. Right?
No, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay.
It's like lean chicken.
What's that? What's ew. No,
What happened?
Stop. What's that? I think we talked about it before, but what's that website that would it would show things on there which shouldn't be shown? Like I don't know what it was called. I don't know what it was like a obviously long time ago, but it would show things on there like bad stuff.
So I'm trying
people,
to
dead
I'm
people,
I'm
things like that.
My vocabulary, I'm trying to stop because I've been listening to podcasts and my podcast, and we say and like.
I'm trying to find the words.
And
Let's be honest, you've said that way too many times, more than I have.
But I'm trying to stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of what it's called though, but we've talked about it before.
The website?
Yeah.
It's called rotten.com.
I think so. I think it could have been that.
They would show a bunch of just crazy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still there.
Is it really?
There's still stuff like that. You could look up anything on the internet and find it. Some wild shit. There's some wild people and some wild shit. Right? It just...
Yeah. That's crazy stuff.
Have you ever done a challenge?
No.
You know...
growing up, social media wasn't as high for us back then as it is now for these kids. Mm-hmm. That sounds so old.
For these kids?
For these kids. So it wasn't like, oh, you got to do these challenges or, stuff like that. It was more or less those chains. If you don't post this in 5 days, you'll get this kind of thing. It was kind of like, what are those called? Those chains?
Oh, the chain emails, the chain text messages.
Yes, that.
I
think that was like our challenge.
I never did shit like that.
If you don't send this to 10 people in 5 days, then, stuff like that, stuff that have, it would say things like that. But yeah, no, challenges, no. Other than that, no.
Do you remember that? You would get text messages.
Yeah. Oh, man. Would you ever send it? To be honest, I don't know if I ever really did send those out.
Yeah.
That's why I have a bunch of bad luck.
I have all the good luck. I sent all mine out. I just got a message from...
Oh, God.
On my Instagram.
Uh-huh. It's right there in the front, yeah.
All it says,
Is that the Instagram?
I think... Oh, she deleted.
Did they?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
It says something like, I know something sneaky. Well,
I normally go into your request and just delete everything.
But it's hard. It's hard because there's so many bots, and then it's hard to see what messages are.
Did they send it to anybody you know?
Yeah. Don't say who.
Okay.
But someone literally just messaged me in the middle of the night. Hello, everyone. I'm gonna send you something. Send you something sneaky before I send and it has people from
town.
From town. It's such a weird thing. And it says before I leak it, I want to tell you guys. And I don't even know this person.
That seems super weird.
It is. It'd be different. It was a bunch of people I don't know, but they
it's the people you know.
Yeah, they put it in everybody that I know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
So I'm just waiting. See what it is.
See what it is.
Well, yeah, I didn't talk about it. Last week was my mom's anniversary.
Yes.
17 years. And then today is my great grandma's anniversary. It's just...
She passed away last year, right? Your great grandma?
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's just 17 years. It's tough.
It's half your life.
Half my life. I miss her every day. She was a good woman. And you hear me constantly talk about her, but it's I don't know. I love her. I'm just numb to it now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think the only thing I cry about is, like, if I hear my grandma talking about my mom. You know, that's her daughter.
Yeah.
That's my grandma. You know, when I hear her talk about it, it like, makes me tear up. But other than that, like, I've went through everything I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to peace with a lot of my childhood trauma with losing my mom. Like, I've come to peace with it. It's weird. Like, it's, you know, like, yeah, I've really come to peace with it. Like, if whoever's out there, like, if it's God, if whatever created us, right? A creator, right? Whatever you believe. He took away my mom, but
He's not getting sad. He's just yawning.
yeah.
Sorry.
For people
Sorry.
listening,
Yeah.
it just sounded like I was going to cry.
Sorry.
I'm yawning.
He's
No,
yawning.
but God took away my mom. And in the beginning, I was like, why the fuck would you do this? All right. You made me look at her dead body. Right? Even though she wasn't dead, like, she died at the hospital, but she's literally dead, right? You made me look at her dead body. I was there. You took my mom away from me. You did all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I had a lot of resentment, right? But then, and I've said this before, I had a prayer, right? I had a prayer that I said, when I first met Raquel and Eva, I don't know what it was. I was this crazy kid that partied all the time, but then I met her, and I wanted to be a man. I didn't know how to be a man back then. To be responsible, when I say man, to be responsible, to be able to be a good husband, a husband that a wife could relate to. And so I prayed. I said a prayer. I said, you know, I don't care what happens to me. I don't care from here on out. I don't care everything that happened before. The only thing that I ask for is that you give me the strength to take care of these two, this woman and her daughter. And when I tell you guys, like, we have been through so much.
Mm-hmm. We've been through divorce almost every single year we've been married.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about money-wise.
Oh.
I'm talking about a roof over our head.
I'm all divorced.
Since that moment, like, my life literally has been just getting better and better and better and better. And with wealth and providing for you and Eva, right? And we just keep doing the thing. So it's probably one of the only prayers. It's probably one of the only prayers that I've
You've said since your mom passed.
Yeah, since my mom passed, right? Or even the only prayer that I had as an adult. It's the only thing I asked for, right? I'm not even a religious man. I'm a very spiritual man, but I'm not a religious man. Like, I don't go to church, but that prayer has been answered. It's still being answered, right? But yeah, I don't know how I got on that. The person that just messaged about I have secrets, it says, we'll send it in the morning. I can see people are reading the messages already. Bum, bum, bum.
Does that person even live here in town?
I don't know. It's pretty wild.
Click on the Instagram.
Okay.
I want to see. Just click on their photo right there.
Bum, bum, bum. Could be a bot.
Does it count as private to post?
I don't know. Popcorn. Weird, right?
Yeah.
All right, but that's all I got.
That's all we got, guys.
Ready?
Yep.
Anything you want to say?
Have a good weekend.
Oh yeah. And then, like, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, we're at 254 or 253. I don't know. We're trying to get to a million, guys. A million.
Oh.
We're almost there. If you have not and you're listening on Apple Podcasts, if you're listening to on Apple Podcasts, pause it right now. Go all the way down to the episode. Go to the Hassle of Hair. Go all the way down the episodes. Review us. Give us a 1-star, 5-star. Give us a review. Tell us how we're doing. I love you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Tell a friend, guys. Tell a friend. I'm trying to push this podcast. We're getting more listeners. We're getting more people subscribing, more people adding to Instagram. It's going awesome. But I really want to hear from you guys. If you do us a favor and just tell a friend, tell somebody, have them listen to it. Yeah. I love you guys.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Peace.